What's up, dude? Somebody might be low on their lip stuff. There's a message coming in. Who's it for? Okay. I think we're gonna call names. I'll be right back. Do we have funny, smart people? 3 times funny? Okay, what else? What else? Hello, darlings. Here's what I have. Just came out of the microwave. Oh my God. So good. I always thought about it. It's like, why don't you eat the hearty meal in the morning? It's like saying, no, I go on a road trip and I just run it on fumes the whole time right before we come home. Then I fill up the whole tank with gas. Yeah, it's like, no, I eat light in the morning. My heavy meal comes right before I go to sleep. Yeah, that makes no sense. So anyways, you guys ready? We're gonna call some names. Spirit. Let's see what Spirit wants to show. Okay. Somebody's spirit guide is for sure working on this. This is somebody that passed. That's on the other side. It's your spirit guide. This is a friendly hello from heaven. Okay. And there's messages, specific messages for these people. Number 28. All right, let's see. 28. What is it? Number 28. Okay. And oh my God, this number just jumped out. 21. Okay, and I hear one more. And there's 2 stuck together in here. I'm trying to get them apart. And 23. 21 and 23. Let's find them. Let's see. What is that? Oh, I see. It was green 28, past life. Okay. We're going to go with everything I'm pulling. 21 and 23. Look at, where's 23? I never know. Yeah. I feel like I did notice that a long time ago when I was channeling. Okay, well, let's look for 23. 23. Okay. Boston might mean something. All right, I hear half. Okay. I need one more. I accidentally turned it off. Here's half. Okay, here we go. Oh my God, I need to eat a bite of my food though. This came in right as my food was ready. I just looked down and I see the name Chris. And then I see Ruth. And then there's somebody behind Chris that I didn't realize I picked up. Gina. So we're going to start with those. You want a bite? You want a bite of food before we get started? It's true, I eat meat. We may have all the, it's like the vegetarians. They have no idea what to do with this meat here. Okay, that looked like a weird orb. The Jewish people, they have no idea what to do with the Princess of Pork. Yeah, opposites attract. They always have. Oh my God, this is so good. One more. All right. You ready, Chris? We're going to start with you. I'm going to put these away. Okay. If you resonate with the name Chris, here's what Spirit is showing you. Okay, I picked this up and it stayed down. The Three of Pentacles. Somebody wants to work together. It might be 3 people. Okay. Nice message. Okay. Page of Coins in reverse with the Emperor. Somebody might find out their kid fucked with somebody's thing or something. Somebody that we might have if that's not the case, that's like a low vibration. A high vibration, somebody might see somebody else's kid and say, hey, I want that kid. When I say kid, this might be a teenager, somebody in their 20s, something like that. Somebody might be a techie person. This looks like somebody looking at a device to me. Okay, this masculine may have been watching for a really long time. Emperor is stepping forward. Okay. What's the message from past life? Past life. Trees. All right. What's the next message? Spirit showing Chris. We have the Queen of Swords here. I just heard divorce lawyer. Somebody might know a divorce lawyer or be a divorce lawyer or something like that. Okay. The Queen of Swords represents a divorced woman. Okay, so now my channel is up and I'm going to type trees into a search of past readings. And here's a message about the past life. Libra, saw the forest through the trees. Okay, I can take it down to tree. Scorpio, here's a magical gateway to a whole new life with the mother tree. A fine pagan spider German tradition explains why we put tinsel on a holiday tree. Genius upgrades. Cancer, Capricorn, doing it right this lifetime with the mother tree. All signs, relief in the calming shade of the maple tree. I'm Mickey Rat. All signs, hey baddie tree thief, take the reins. Let's get the show on the road. All right. And final message for Chris, if you resonate with the name Chris. This is the hero. This is the person who knows something has to be done and they run in and do it. Okay, a cherry might mean something. So this one clip, I see this one clip, and it's like the cherry festival or something like that. And it's a carnival ride. It's going out of control. And it's about to tip over. And the carny dude is yelling at all the people at the carnival, come on, come over here, help hold this down. Because there's people on it. And you see these people walking by. You see these 3 dudes walking by. And it's interesting, they look kind of punk. I think one's got a chain, a wallet chain. They walk by and they're like, whoa, that's some dangerous shit. And they run away. They don't help. And it takes this one dude, kind of this empath dude, who runs out of the crowd, and you can see him. He stands there, and then he jumps onto the base of it, and he starts leaning back and trying to hold on. And as soon as that dude does it, everybody comes and jumps on. They just needed the person to be brave enough to do it. And it wasn't those 3 punk rockers. They were too scared. All right, there's the message. All right, I'm going to type Chris in a search of past reading. I will put a link to that clip down in the comment section. If you don't feel comfortable clicking the links, I get it. I also put the titles to those videos, and you can copy and paste that into the search. But I guarantee it goes straight to the video. All right, Flaming Sword, God's honest truth, the Antichrist vibration has revealed itself again. Towers for all. All right, there's your message. Gina. Gina, you're next. I hear Gina's not next. Ruth is next. Ruth's Chris might mean something. Somebody might go out to eat. Ruth. Ruth goes down to RU. Ruth. Those next level rude, mean girl, whispering bully bitches are going down. Busted. Getting legal now. Capricorn. Lying, gossipy, shit talkers ruined everything for the angel on purpose. Now they're busted. Yo, Joe says no more slow-mo ruining everything on purpose and psycho-torturing the angel. Finally help. Gemini. The whole team's mortified how rude that stuck-up, know-it-all, bossy biatch was. Truth. Gemini. That spiritual hater's know-it-all ego was running and ruining the whole show. Divine truth. All right, Ruth or Rue, here's your message. Whoa. You have 2 distinct messages. Somebody's made up their mind. They're going to send communication fast. 8 of Wands is love arrows. Fast communication, texting back and forth, messaging back and forth. Imagine 2 people with their bow and arrows, and they're shooting arrows towards each other with little love messages attached to them back and forth. And somebody has made up their mind. This is, I don't know what to do, I don't know what to do. They definitely know what to do, and everything's going to change. Communication's coming in. All right, here's the next message. They're going to talk about apathy, about not paying attention. All right, message from the past life for Ruth. Communal living. All right, I'm going to type in communal. Okay, my computer just turned off. It turns off and turns on its own. I got a dirty screen. It's true. So now it's just loading everything out. What's the next message from the tarot for Ruth? This just popped out and landed on this communal living card. We have the Knight of Cups in reverse. Somebody might move out. Somebody might get kicked out of the thing. Well, this person, somebody wants peace. Somebody may say, do you want to go on this retreat thing with me? This resort thing? Okay. And final message for Ruth or Rue. This is an artist that's been in their life every single lifetime. A horse might mean something. And this relationship goes far back. This might be divine counterparts. All right, Gina. If you resonate with Gina. Gina. I'm trying to turn my... Yeah. Hold on, Gina. Power off. Gina, turn it off. Then turn it back on. All right. Message for Gina. You resonate with Gina. What's the message for Gina? Gina. Okay, this kept like a bow might mean something. We have Judgment with the 10 of Pentacles. Spirit says, fuck yeah, absolutely. Okay, past life. Whatever it is, it's divinely guided. Okay, right when I said that. Phobias. So if you're a starseed, you may have weird ass things happening to you. Especially with a spider or a centipede. And if you're not a starseed, it's going to sound really freaky. If you are a starseed, you might find relief in this knowledge. There is some, Spirit is showing me right now, some dusty fragments of past life energy that need to be swept away. I see a hand whisk broom and a dustpan. So Spirit might, if the veil is real thin, and if you're sensitive, psychic, all of the above, highly intelligent, all of that, spectrum-y, you might have to open throat chakra. You may have to play out these instances, kind of relive the energy to sweep it away. And it's little fragmenty, little weird things. But it's part of your activation. And it might be to open your throat chakra. So an example of what happened to me is I was hanging out in my room, and this sounds really freaky if you are not a starseed. But like I said, if you are not a starseed, step aside and let this information go through without judgment. I was chilling in my room, and my room has a ceiling just like this. See that? Tiles like that. And I saw this spider that was walking right in the divot of the tile like that. And I was just like sitting in my room. All of a sudden, Spirit was like, check this out. And I looked up and I saw it. And I immediately started some kind of experience. And on autopilot, I yelled out at the spider, don't you leave that road. You don't leave that road and come anywhere near me. And the minute I said that, and I said it, it just came out of me absolutely hysterical. Like, don't you leave that road! It did a 90-degree turn off that little divot and started walking right towards where I was sitting on my bed. And then I said, don't come anywhere near me. And it dropped down off the ceiling and fell down. I screamed bloody murder. It landed on a blanket that was on the floor in front of my bed. I screamed bloody murder. It all seemed very, very supernatural. It was very, very scary. And I was yelling out these things on like autopilot. My ex came in. I screamed for my ex. He came up from downstairs running in. This was years ago. And I told him there was a spider in that blanket and you have to get rid of it. You have to promise me you will get rid of it. I was hysterical. He said, I'll get rid of it. And he scooped up the whole blanket, took the whole blanket out. I didn't even know what just had happened. I was like floored. Hey, boo boo, that's enough. He smells my Italian beef. And then my ex knocked on my door, said, I have it. It's smashed up in here. Do you need to see it? I said, I don't need to see it. He said, I'm flushing it down the toilet right now. Whatever that was some energy from my past life, where I'm assuming I got taken advantage of or something. And in this life, I had to stand in my power and tell that thing not to come near me. And I transcended it in this life. And that thing got flushed down the toilet. So you may be going through something like that. And just understand, you're just going to let it be. I used to freak out when I'd look up and I see a spider. After that, I was taking a bath. When I was in the bathtub, and Spirit said, check this out. I'm just like, and when I say Spirit says it, I just like have this urge to like look up over here. There's a spider, a big one, right in the corner. And I'm in my bath. Now, before, I would have freaked the fuck out. Demanded somebody remove it, get out of the bath, run out of the room, full of anxiety. After this experience with that spider, I just looked at it and I said, I'm going to allow it to exist there. It's there. It's not moving. And I'm going to allow it to exist. And I'm going to enjoy my bath. And I'm not going to white knuckle it in my bath, telling myself I'm being all spiritual, but like psycho staring at that thing, waiting for it to move a second. No. I know it's there. And now I'm going to look over here and enjoy my bath. And I did that for that bath. And I got out. And when I left the bathroom, it was still in the corner. I didn't have any sort of panic, nothing. So that's my story of that experience with the spider. And you may have an experience with a spider or a centipede, anybody who resonates. It may be totally freaky, but it's part of your activation, part of your healing. If you have something on your head, it may have opened your crown chakra for you. A significant bite, something like that. All right. That was to clear out that anxiety. Okay. Next message. What's the next message? We have the Wheel of Fortune has spun. All right. Somebody may have had crippling anxiety, panic attacks, something like that. Rejoice. Spirit has helped you. Okay. All right. We have the Moon and Death in reverse. Spirit is saying you must surrender. You must surrender. And so in my work, what surrender means is, okay, let's say it this way. Let's look at this moon energy. Watery energy, Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. We have death here, Scorpio energy. This is all up in your feels and emotions. The moon energy is just like this. Freaky energy. Magical. The veil is very thin. Think of like Halloween night with that excitement in the air, but a little bit of weird. The clouds come over the moon and you can't see anything, and then it moves, and then all of a sudden you can kind of see by the moonlight. That's that weird moon energy. That's showing up with death, Scorpio energy. You have a brand new beginning. You just have to surrender and allow it. So you might be the only thing in your way. So surrender to me means someone saying, I acknowledge it. This is happening, and I am loving and lovable. I surrender. This is happening. I am part of this great big miracle. I am loving and lovable. And after the surrender comes the Ace of Cups. Self-love, the Holy Grail. Spirit's saying, darling, please surrender. You are loving and lovable. Spirit's making it very clear. There's a beautiful new thing for you. Death card is not always a scary card. Death is endings and new beginnings. Spirit will throw down the death card. In tarot, we learn things in cycles 1 through 10. And then after you've transcended the lesson, the cycle starts over again and you get the ace of whatever. Sometimes if you transcend the lesson, say you have the 3 of Swords is a broken heart. The 4 of Swords is healing after a broken heart. If you've transcended the lesson and you do all the work, Spirit's not going to make you do the 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of Swords. No, Spirit will throw down the Death card and say, here's a brand new beginning for you. Ace of Swords. Truth and clarity. You have to surrender. All right, so I think that's a message for Gina especially and for the collective. What's the final picture message for Gina especially and for the collective? There's a brand new beginning. This is a fertile field on a sunny day. Anything can happen. All right, there's the messages.